leg had split along a dry old crack. He traced the line with one worn thumb and knew the wood had spoken once and now spoke back, and asked for patience when the grain pulled through. He clamped the joint and measured twice the gap the glue could hold if nothing forced the seam. He breathed a prayer he did not shake with lips, but felt it rise like steam from cooling tea.
And every shaving curling on the floor was something he could offer, nothing more.
Just a steady hand and a faithful eye where the plain blade sings and the shavings lie. He found a rest that didn't need a bed, and mending what the years had left for dead. The chair had held a father and a son, and now a grandson rocked it back to sleep. He sanded where the chew marks had begun, and thought of teeth that cut so small and deep.
The afternoon grew long without a word. The plain blade whispered low against the grain. He wiped the dust and let his fingers learn that every crack could be a place to mend again, and every shaving curling on the floor was something he could offer, nothing more.
Just a steady hand and a faithful eye where the plain blade sings and the shavings lie. He found a rest that didn't need a bed, and mending what the years had left for dead. He didn't kneel inside a church.
He knelt where sawdust covered wood,
And in the quiet of the work, he understood, he understood. Just a steady hand and a faithful eye where the plain blade sings and the shavings lie. He found a rest that didn't need a bed, and mending what the years had left for dead. The chair's leg now is steady on the floor. I closed my shop and took the old dirt road. The air was thick with fallen oak and lore. The fence posts lean where time had overflowed. I stopped right where the barbed wire met the wood. The wind came through the gaps like something good, and the hymn beneath the wind began to play, not from a church but from the leaning clay. The rusted gate, the leaves that gently fall. I didn't kneel but I heard the call in the quiet that I couldn't understand. The hymn beneath the wind became my hands.
the bark was rough and worn against my palm. I knew that kind of patience from my trade. hear the stillness made me unafraid.
I stopped right where the barbed wire met the wood. The wind came through the gaps like something good, and the hymn beneath the wind began to play, not from a church but from the leaning clay. The rusted gate, the leaves that gently fall. I didn't kneel but I heard the call, in the quiet that I couldn't understand. The hymn beneath the wind became my hands. This is not the work that I was taught. This is a song that I was meant to hear. The splintered ears, the wood that I had bought, were always leading me to this frontier. And the hymn beneath the wind is singing still, not from a steeple but the bent uphill, the weathered wood, the grain that he has planned. The hymn beneath the wind is in my hands. Left the lamp on in the windowsill. The prayer still hung in that quiet room. I stepped outside where the air stood still. The sky had bruised into a softer bloom, and something stirred where the tall grass meets. 1,000 tiny echoes in the weeds.
I didn't know what I was asking for. The silence felt like a closing door, but then the dark began to breathe.
Fireflies lift like questions answered slow. One blink, then two, then all the spaces glow. And I don't need to understand it all, just that somewhere light still answers when I call. And the crickets keep their steady ancient sound, while the mystery of the evening gathers round. I've been carrying doubt like a stone in my chest, wondering if anyone heard me at all. But these small lights float without any rest, and they don't need to make a sound to fall. They just rise from the earth like a quiet yes, the only answer I could ever possess.
I didn't know what I was looking for, but the dusk is a patient metaphor, and the dark began to bless.
The fireflies lift like questions answered slow. One blink, then two, then all the spaces glow. And I don't need to understand it all, just that somewhere light still answers when I call. And the crickets keep their steady ancient sound, while the mystery of the evening gathers round. And when the last one fades into the trees, I'll still be standing here, not quite at ease. But maybe that's what faith is meant to be, a porch step and the world agreeing. The fireflies lift like questions answered slow. One blink, then two, then all I need to know. I don't demand the whole sky to unfold, just this moment where the dark is gently told, that the crickets keep their steady ancient sounds, and the mystery of the evening gathers round. The last car pulled away, the gravel settled down. I stayed inside the pew, still wearing my black gown. A sunbeam cut the dimness, slow dust caught the light, and I forgot the sermon I had preached just half the night. I didn't feel the Spirit like they said I should, just the smell of worn out pages, slow and good. Not a voice, not a fire, not a single sign, only quiet and the dust and the lights design. I thought that I would find you in the words I'd memorized, but every phrase I shouted felt like vapor when I tried. Now the echo's gone, the pews are cold, my hands are still and bare, and the only prayer left in me is this one breath of air. I didn't feel the Spirit like they said I should, just the smell of worn out pages, slow and good. Not a voice, not a fire, not a single sign, only quiet and the dust and the lights design. Maybe you don't move in thunder, maybe you don't speak in flame, maybe you are in the space between the asking and the name. I thought you'd fill the silence, but the silence stood, and the dust just kept on drifting, slow and good. Not a voice, not a fire, not a single sign, but I'm still here with the dust and the lights design. I walk the ridge where the pines grow tall, their needles blanket the old deer path. I lay my palm flat against the scale and feel the cold from a season past. A few leaves spin down and touch my arm like years I can't get back again.
And the stillness holds a certain weight, the way it did before you spoke. I close my eyes and I let the quiet take me back to the shop where the plain blade woke. The pines remember the song you hummed when you smoothed the board and the grain shone through. Every shaving curl like a prayer unsung, and the walls held nothing but me and you. Now the air smells of cedar and dust again, and I hear you still in the thinning light. The pines remember the song you hummed, and I'm not sure if it's wrong or right. It was a winter, I couldn't fix the chair. The leg had cracked where the oak had dried. You came in quiet and stood right there, and you started singing while the wind outside bent the branches low against the glass. I never asked you where you learned that tune, but now I walk where the silences pass, and I catch myself listening for you. Beneath the bark that has washed the years, the same old ache, the same old fear. The pines remember the song you hummed when you smoothed the board and the grain shone through. Every shaving curl like a prayer unsung, and the walls held nothing but me and you. Now the air smells of cedar and dust again, and I hear you still in the thinning light. The pines remember the song you hummed, and I'm learning to call it right. What I held as grief was just a melody that needed years to find its key. The silence doesn't mean you're gone, it means you're patient and you belong. The pines remember the song you hummed, and they carry it up where the light comes through. Every needle a note that the wind has strung, and I'm finally learning to sing it too. Apple tree, pale and thin, a nail by a zucchini bed to pull a thorn vine in. The dew soaked through my jeans, the soil still cold. My fingers found a clod of earth, a story centuries old. Not a prayer I spoke, just a breath I held, as a wren began her scale from the fence that never held. The gate my father built, now leaning with a weight of 30 summers, 30 winters, and a faith that learned to wait. One more country sunrise, one more chance to bend low enough to see the ground where mercy has no end. I've got nothing to stubborn, a memory of the drought that cracked the field last August when the well was running out. I tugged and felt the give, a victory small and slow, like the way my wife forgave me all those years ago. Not a verse I read, just the way the light fell through the branches of the pear tree, as if to tell a truth I'd heard before, but never knew so plain, that gratitude is not a song, but the quiet after rain. One more country sunrise, one more chance to bend low enough to see the ground where mercy has no end. I've got nothing to prove, nothing left to earn, just my hands in the soil and a heart that's learning to return. And if the Lord should call me home before the evening bell, let the last thing I remember be the dirt beneath my nail, and the sound of birds still singing where the wild raspberries grew. I had one more country sunrise and it was enough, it was true. One more country sunrise, one more chance to kneel. Let the thistle teach me patience, let the dirt tell me what's real. I've got nothing to prove, nothing left to earn, just my hands in the soil and a heart that's learning to return. Last amen still hanging in the rafters. The wooden pews are cold and empty now. I stayed behind when everyone had scattered, to sit and let the quiet settle down.
My hands are tired from offering the blessing. My voice is hoarse from speaking all the words. I came to find the peace I keep on telling, and let it fall on me like evening birds.
Still water, steady soul, the silence knows just what I need. This old church breathes a prayer for me, while wind slips through the gaps and sings. Still water, steady soul, I'm letting go of everything. I walk the aisle where children came for blessing. I stand and watch the stained glass windows fade. The dust is thick upon the old piano, but grace is not a song that I have made. Still water, steady soul, the silence knows just what I need. This old church breathes a prayer for me, while wind slips through the gaps and sings. Still water, steady soul, I'm letting go of everything. I open up the worn and cracked old Bible, pages smell of years in silent prayer.
I read the verse that says be still and know. And for a moment I am finally there.
Still water, steady soul. The silence knows just what I need. The wind has carried all my heaviness away. I am still, I am whole here where the quiet holds me safe. The wind moves through the gaps again, and I am nothing but a quiet soul. I pull a pot from the stove and set it to low. The steam rises slow at the scent of her stew. I stand at the counter where I've stood 1,000 times. My hands in the basin, the water's still warm through.
All the weight of the day starts to loosen its hold, and the clock on the wall ticks quieter than before.
It's not the roof that keeps me, it's the sound of your steps on the wood.
It's not the walls that hold me, it's the way you call my name when you're home for good.
I remember my mother would hum while she stirred, and the scent of her kitchen would pull me inside. Now I stand in her place with the same tired hands, and I wait for the rhythm that brings this whole place alive.
And the ache in my back and the weight on my chest start to fade like the sun going red in the west.
It's not the roof that keeps me, it's the sound of your steps on the wood.
It's not the walls that hold me, it's the way you call my name when you're home for good.
Car engine cuts somewhere down the lane, and I feel the distance closing in.
You're not just coming home this evening, you're bringing the whole world in.
It's not the roof that keeps me, it's the sound of your steps on the wood.
It's not the walls that hold me, it's the way you call my name.
This place is home. Line hangs slack, the lake is breathing slow. I've sat here since the stars began to thin. No tug, no splash, just light across the bow, and something tells me not to go back in. Maybe I came for fish, but now I'm not so sure. The waiting feels like more. I'm holding on to first, like calm and deep, not clenching, just believing what I can't see. The bow rocks soft, the wind is at my back, this is the faith I didn't know I had. Last week I cursed the emptiness, the waste, but here the silence doesn't feel so lost. The sun climbs slow, a heron lifts its wings. I think you're teaching me to trust the cost. The lake becomes a prayer I didn't plan to pray, and I got nothing left to say. I'm holding on to first light, calm and deep, not clenching, just believing what I can't see. The boat rocks soft, the wind is at my back, this is the faith I didn't know I had. You don't need to prove your love with a catch. The light on the water is proof enough. I'm holding on to first light, calm and deep, not clenching, just believing what I can't see. The wind is at my back, the boat still rocks, this is the faith I didn't know